Hey guys, imagine this. She's always been considered the least attractive among women, but she's willing to do anything to change that situation because this is the episode The Outside from Guillermo del Toro's series The Cabinet of Curiosities. So, get ready and let's recap. Kit is a young woman lacking in beauty, but she doesn't mind because she has a peaceful life. At home, she's preparing a roast chicken to eat alone on Christmas Eve. Then she starts watching some television and various motivational commercials come on, like reading tarot cards to find true love or hiring a mail programmer so you don't feel alone on Christmas. Kit even considers hiring one, but she hears a strange sound inside the house. Since she's not afraid, she grabs an axe and goes down to the basement. And here's something we learn from her: when you're ugly, you can't have other flaws, because being ugly resets all the points. Walking around the house, she doesn't find anything, probably because a thief wouldn't want to run into someone with an axe. Kit calls the local police and says she heard someone inside the house, but no one takes her seriously. They say it might be the storm, so she doesn't know what to do. The next day, she goes to work and has to listen to her colleagues gossiping about the boss, because he was fooling around with everyone. At the same time, they all wanted to be with him, and Kit just pays attention while she works. They start looking at her because she's very introverted, and they start saying that she was always staring at their breast implants, so she probably must like something else. But she says she only stood out because she didn't have any, and she realizes that they use a special beauty product to stay young and attractive. At night, she's the last one to close the store, and a friend shows up and suggests they do a secret Santa gift exchange. She draws the last piece of paper, and wouldn't you know it, she ends up with Gina, the one who thought highly of herself because she was having an affair with the married boss. The next day, she goes out hunting and manages to catch a duck, showcasing her skill as she starts to stuff the duck to turn it into a doll. We see that the police officer she had called, who hadn't taken her seriously, was actually her husband. So, things were changing. The problem was that he didn't pay much attention to her and said he would watch some poker while eating chicken. She gets ready to go to the secret Santa gift exchange, and upon arriving at the location, it's a large mansion owned by the wealthy. All the women start talking about beauty and how easy life is for an attractive person. Kit stands off to the side, unsure of what to talk about. When they finish talking, Gina starts saying that her husband started taking some antidepressant medication and his thing wasn't working. But then there was the boss, so everything was resolved. Now comes the moment of humiliation, as they want to start the gift exchange, and everyone swaps presents. They all receive the same thing, an expensive imported cream. However, Kit brought a large box for Gina. When Gina opens it, expecting something unique, it truly is unique. Kit had gifted her that stuffed duck. Everyone starts looking at Kit differently, and Gina doesn't know how to react to this. In an attempt to move past that moment, they all start applying the special cream, because it's a sophisticated thing to do. Since Kit also received the cream, she starts applying it too, but her face starts turning very red and burning. She thinks it's just a normal reaction to the cream. At this point, she decides to go home, tired of being humiliated by life, and when she gets home, she's worse off than when she left. Her husband begins to say that she's a bit strange because she always chooses different things, like lavender perfume. She goes to bed to try to forget about this day, but it's very difficult. So, she gets up in the middle of the night to try and watch some TV. The commercial for that expensive cream is playing, but the issue is that the host starts asking if she wants to be someone else, to have more ambition and more attention from people. She starts to feel like she's going crazy because the TV seems to be talking to her. Kit realizes that this was her moment, and the host says that some women claim it starts to itch, but that it's normal because the cure is on its way, and she needs to accept it. Falling for life's tricks as always, she decides to call the place and starts ordering various products because her life is about to change. The next day, a box with several products arrives, and she hides it in the basement because she'd be in trouble if her husband found out. It cost her a fortune. He looks at her and tells her she should stop using it because it's harming her, but she insists it's just an itch and will go away soon. When he leaves the house, she takes an entire tube and starts applying it to her face. She's willing to do anything to be seen differently. However, as the days go by, things don't get better. On the contrary, she can't stop feeling like her skin is burning and can't stop scratching. Her husband can't take it anymore, as he can't even sleep. He suggests she stay on the couch to avoid making noise, but when she gets to the living room, the TV is on, coincidentally showing the cream commercial again. The host starts talking to her once more, saying that in the end, it will be worth it. She just needs to resist this transformation because all the ugliness will leave her body, replaced by luxury and glamour. As she goes to turn off the TV, thinking she fell for a digital marketing scam, the TV turns on again and starts saying that one day she could be better than Gina, so she can't give up and needs to make the ultimate sacrifice. Now, I don't know what's worse, the TV talking to her, or her actually paying attention to the TV that's talking to her. Actually, I do know what's worse, you listening to me, because I'm talking to you. So, take your hand off there, click the like button, and subscribe if you're new. Don't think I don't see you. Okay, now let's continue. She goes over to the creams, and they start bubbling and coming out of the container on their own. She gets scared and runs back to the bedroom, holding on to her husband, but the cream keeps coming out because something went wrong. The next day, when she looks in the mirror, her skin starts peeling, indicating that the treatment is coming to an end. The problem is that her husband appears and starts saying that she's been crossing all the limits. Here's where he makes the biggest mistake he could. He says that she's beautiful on the inside, and that's what matters. The problem is, he should never say that to a woman. She starts getting angry, saying that he doesn't love her, and runs down to the basement. However, when she gets there, she finds a creature made of cream staring at her. Things start getting bizarre here, because that creature is actually the cream's latrell, and they start getting intimate, as they would now live together. When she returns to her husband, she's already different. She tells him that the kid he knew won't be the same anymore, and now she will be recognized. When he tries to say that she didn't need to change, she stabs him in the forehead to make him realize and apologizes for not knowing why she did it. When he tries to call for help on the radio, she says she'll get a towel to clean his wound, but instead, she grabs an axe and lightly strikes him 37 times, so I guess he died. After that, she goes to the bathroom, where the cream man is waiting for her in the bathtub. She dives into the white cream, and the transformation begins. When she emerges, everything in her body starts changing. Even her teeth are fixed, as if all her ugliness had left. She goes to talk to her husband and tells him it worked, but now he's deceased. Since she's skilled at taxidermy, she plans to turn him into a doll. The next day, she feels different and decides to change her appearance. She places her husband's doll in front of the TV while she gets all dressed up for work. When she arrives at the office looking stylish, all the envious women start looking at her, asking what she did to look that way. She casually replies that she's always been like this, making them all jealous. In the end, she looks pretty much the same, just with a different haircut and aligned teeth. And that was the story of The Outside. If you want more unique stories like this one, get ready, because this one was quite light. So, please give that humble like and subscribe if you're new, because tomorrow I'm going to give your psychologist some work. Now, I'm out of here.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me, and I